All right, we were back with another pick'em video and an 0-2 day yesterday, but we're looking to bounce back today. Not going to brush over my losses ever. That's going to happen. Losses are going to happen, and you just got to roll with a bunch of punches, and, we're back to the drawing board. We did have Mike Conley. We did have a third play yesterday. He did not play, which just left us our Knicks and our Pacers players. Nesmith and Josh Hart both missed for us. Nesmith foul trouble early, then you get the blowout, loses a few more minutes there. That's unfortunate. And then Josh Hart just had every rebound stolen from Isaiah Hartenstein, who had one of those games where he grabs 15 plus rebounds, was diming up. He did a lot of everything, and the Knicks took control of this series again. But again, back to the drawing board here. Really excited about the games tonight. Celtics versus Cavs. Probably no Donovan Mitchell. Probably no Jared Allen. This one could be over early. And then we got the better of the two games, the Thunder and the Mavs. That's a pivotal game 5 for those guys. So super excited about the picks for today. I got 4 for you, and we're going to go over them. Hit rates, matchups, odds, all the different things like we typically do. And again, we're not going to win every single day. If anyone's telling you they win every single day, they're just lying. But we did have a giveaway, and we had a fun little competition in the comment section. A lot of people participated, so I appreciate that. And I thought, a little bit of fun with the WNBA coming back. By the way, I did 4 picks in the WNBA yesterday. Ended up going 3 for 4. So I'll probably be doing a little bit more WNBA. Only 2 games tonight. But yeah, something to keep track of. Again, it's just another sport to bet on, and especially once we get a few more games under a belt and some more data to look at. So the winner of that, I probably should have got the screenshot of this, but it was Spencer Hall, I believe. He picked Asia Wilson for his points. Asia had 30 points last night, huge first half. That was one of our plays, actually, went to Asia in the first half. Then he had Alyssa Thomas assists. She had 13 of those things, triple-double for Alyssa Thomas. And then he also had Asia Wilson rebounds, and she had 13. So 56 total PRA between the 3 of those picks, and he is the winner. So he gets a free month of the Discord. We'll talk about the Discord a little bit later. But yeah, I'll probably pop up the screenshot here. Yeah, so I figured out how to pop it up. It should be popped up right here as I was talking, and it's Spencer Khalid, not Spencer Hall, I think. Whatever. It's comments right there. I'm going to reply to your comment and get you that free month. You might also already be in the Discord, which would mean I just extend your month because I remember someone talking about it yesterday. But congrats to you. That was a lot of fun. We'll hopefully do another competition like that in the near future. But yeah, let's get into the picks for today. Super excited about them. So let's go into our desktop screen here. And I'm going to be showing a lot of these on PrizePicks. But the play I'm going to be doing, I submitted on Sleeper. So if you're not on Sleeper, it's another DFS platform, and it's kind of similar to PrizePicks and Underdog, but it's more like a sports book. You get access to more lines. So PrizePicks and Underdog are trying their best to get 50-50 lines. Sleeper is going to give you more lines that are more likely to hit or less likely to hit, like triple-double lines and things like that, and they're going to pay you out regardless. It's a variable system like most sports books are. So they're going to give you access to plenty of more plays, and when you're really, really liking a play and maybe it gets bumped or something on PrizePicks, that's when you can go ahead and tack that same line on Sleeper because it's probably not bumped over there. So I got Peyton Pritchard. He's going to be our first play of the day. I talked about this Cavs and Celtics game potentially being a blowout here. It's not looking like Donovan Mitchell's going to play. I doubt Jared Allen's going to play this thing either. So I'm going to go to Pritchard here. 11.5 points and rebounds, a guy that's gone over. In this series, I think 3 of 5 games so far, or 3 of 4 games so far in this series. And he's getting a decent amount of minutes. So we're going to look at the minutes like we typically do. When he gets the time, he has been soaring over this. And he's also at home where he gets a little bit of a boost as well. If you're looking for a line for the full game on this one, I'd probably look at Tatum's PRA. It's at 46.0 on PrizePicks, I believe. And I'd be looking at the under there, especially with no Donovan Mitchell. Again, this one should be over early. And some other guys have not been scoring well. Horford cannot literally hit a shot at all. Derek White's been ice cold. So Tatum's been, putting his head down, getting to the rack. He hasn't been shooting well either, but getting to the rack, scoring a lot more. He's been rebounding a lot more. But if this thing's over by the third quarter, it's a good spot for Tatum's under PRA. It's probably something I'll be going to later. But we're talking about Pritchard here, 11.5 points and rebounds. Let's jump into his Outlier page. If you don't know what Outlier is, I use it every single day. One of the best for player props and for games, honestly. It shows you a ton of data. It's a pretty cheap tool for the industry terms. And you can get a free week if you want to check it out using my link in the description. And the reason I'm playing this not on PrizePicks and instead on Sleeper is because I like this play, and it's a plus money play. So there's no reason I should take a plus money play on a fixed payout system like PrizePicks because I'm not taking advantage of that. I'd rather get the plus money somewhere else. And we can see this 49% hit rate for the entire year. Again, we're looking at points and rebounds. But let's look at like the last 10 games. That's been, the playoff games. Most of these are in the last 10 games. And we see Cleveland here. Again, he's gone over in 3 of the 4 games so far, crept over last game, but you can see his minutes. He's getting the minutes, 24, 20, 22, 25 minutes. His minutes have been there, especially since Porzingis goes out. So if you back up, obviously he looks pretty good against the Cavs this series, but if you back up, look at games he's playing more than 20 minutes or 20 minutes and more, as that has just skyrocketed because he can actually knock down shots. He's a good facilitator, and he can rebound the ball really well as a short, 6'1" guy. But he's going to get in the minutes. And if we see games that he's seen at least 20 minutes, this turns into a 74% hit rate right off the bat. Then you take into account Porzingis not playing, a few more touches for him there, and he's a guy that likes to shoot the ball. He can hit the ball, or he can hit his shots really well and efficiently, especially at home. When I toggle this to home games only, this turns into an 86% hit rate, including 19 of the last 20 games or something crazy. He has been hitting like crazy. So again, he's not going to get 43 minutes like this random game against the Wizards where probably everyone was out, but he should see 20 to 25 minutes, and in that amount of time, he's been crushing this line. So I really do like this. Again, if you go to games without Porzingis, this probably takes a little bit of a bump, and it does. 10 of the last 11 games at home, seeing at least 20 minutes without Porzingis, all these things that will probably happen today. He's been hitting this in 10 of the last 11 games, 91% hit rate. So I like Pritchard today. He should see a lot of run. I was between his three-pointers made line, which is around the same value here. If you want to just go to his threes at 1.5, I don't mind that either. His points and assist line, his PRA, I was bouncing all over the place, but I did just like the points and rebounds hit rate a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to go to. Again, if this game gets out of hand by the second quarter, third quarter, we should see a decent amount of Pritchard. But even if it doesn't get out of hand, we've seen Pritchard, 25 minutes anyway. And again, he's hitting in 3 of the last 4 games against the Cavs in this series. So I'm really liking Pritchard. Where you can go to the odds, I can show you that. They are, a lot of these favoring slightly on the under here, which is why I'm taking it, take advantage of that plus money on a app like Sleeper or Chalkboard or something like that we take advantage of that. So Pritchard, really liking him today, and we'll take the plus money at 11.5 points and rebounds. And then the next play I got in the same game here, same team. I'm not touching Cavaliers until I know what's going on. It's going to be Jaylen Brown, 5.5 first quarter points. Tatum has been dominating the first quarter, but for the whole season, it really hasn't been like that. Jaylen Brown is usually the guy that comes out pretty quick, but Tatum's getting all 12 minutes. Without Porzingis, the rotation changed up a little bit, and Jaylen's been getting 7 to 10 minutes in the first quarter, as opposed to usually his 9 to 10 minutes. So that is the reason I think this is coming down a little bit, but this has been something I've been going to all season, and even though it looks so good every time I go to it, he's burned me a few times. So this is kind of more like a lean. I put it into a flex play, but I really like Jaylen Brown, 5.5 first quarter points. And just real quick, we'll take a look at him. 5.5 first quarter points, head-to-head matchup against the Cavaliers. He's gone over this in 73% of the last 11 matchups against the Cavs, including, again, 3 of 4 against them in this series. The one time he missed, he had 5 points. He's missed a few free throws in the first quarter. I'm not sure if that's why he missed this line, but he's not the best free throw shooter, which sometimes that's literally the only reason he misses this. But he's good for a quick few buckets in the first quarter, even though he's playing 7 to 9 minutes rather than his 8 to 11 minutes in that first quarter. But I still like him here. 2023 as a whole, you see it's a 67% hit rate. Of course, we love to see that. At home, this is a 70% hit rate, which is just something that you want to be looking at. If it's that big of a hit rate, he's obviously doing something right. And a lot of these misses are 5-point first quarters. So I expect him to kind of come out early. I think the Celtics are going to want to, end this thing as quickly as possible, rest up for the next series. But hey, Mo Porzingis, you got to take that into account. Another guy that's a first quarter player, first half type player. 71% of games he's hit this without Porzingis at home. It's looking really good. So 9.1 is his average in the first quarter. Again, he's a guy that just comes out hot, and I think he continues to do that again. PrizePicks does have this available, has both these plays available, but this is more like a 50-50 line in terms of odds. Whenever I play on PrizePicks, I want to be attacking the fixed payout system, taking advantage of inefficiencies and, attacking mostly minus 120, minus 130 lines. And this is, a minus 110 line, minus 115 line. So another one that I'm taking on Sleeper. This is in my Sleeper slip. But yeah, Jaylen Brown over 5.5 first quarter points. Maybe more lean, maybe more of a flex play, but wanted to point it out for you guys. All right, so then moving along to the next game, which is definitely the better game of the night. We got the Thunder and the Mavs. This is pivotal game 5, series tied 2-2. And this isn't going to be the flashiest pick in the world, but it worked for us last time, and I really, really like it. 7.0 points for Derek Lively. You can take it on PrizePicks there if you like. But again, we're doing this play on Sleeper. If you're not on Sleeper, check it out. Link in the description. Use code RICH. You're going to get a $500 deposit match. All those good things. And it's at 6.5 on Sleeper. So PrizePicks has already bumped it up to 7.0, but it's still at 6.5 on Sleeper. Sleeper doesn't do the whole 0.0 lines. Again, it's more like a sports book. So we're going to be looking at a 6.5 line. I just wanted to point out that it is on PrizePicks for 7.0 if you want to do that. So want to look at his head-to-head. It's not going to look amazing. Obviously, the past 2 games he has gotten there, but the 2 previous games, only 2 points in those games, and wasn't getting the minutes. Daniel Gafford has been kind of splitting minutes now the past 2 games. It's been Gafford and Lively, both seeing around 20 to 25 minutes. But Gafford is dealing with that. I think it's a dislocated pinky in his hand. And since then, Lively has kind of been their guy. He's been getting a few more minutes, and he's been a plus in the box score, which is, in the plus-minus box score, which is always something that I take into account when considering the amount of minutes that these guys are going to get. So 27 minutes in the game 3, and then game 4 he had 25 minutes. Did get over in both those games, and then 20 minutes in game 2. I think this is game 2. Yeah, game 2. But something uncharacteristically, he shot 7 times and hit 1 of 7 shots, 14% field goal percentage. That is not something he does very often. And you can see in this series, even though he's getting over this 12.7 points, still 29% field goal percentage at 2 of 7 shots. 3 of 7 shots right here. He's been getting 7 shots, and this is a guy that shoots like 70% for the field for the entire year. And we can take a look at that. This is his entire year. He's gone over this in 58% of games, so that's something good to know. And you can see his field goal percentage right here, 70% field goal percentage. And if you're thinking, oh, that's like ridiculous, yeah, it's a center. It's a rookie center, a guy that only is going to shoot when Luka throws it up towards the rim, or he's right by the rim, or if he feels contact and he goes to the line. He does go to the line a decent amount of times, as we can see the past 2 games. 12 attempts in this game and did get there 3 times in this game. So, knock down some free throws, hit your field goals like you have been, and these should all be, crazy hit rates. 1 of 7 is not something he's going to do very often. Then he did it again, 2 of 7, gotten a little bit better, 3 of 7. So just needs to shoot, 45, 50, 55%. That's not too much to ask for a guy that shot 70% for the year. So let's take a look at games he's seen at least 20 minutes. He's projected for 25, I think, tonight. And again, we've seen him get those minutes, 20, then 27, then 25. They've been going to him over Gafford down the stretch of these games as well. So seeing 20 minutes, this turns into a nice 72% hit rate, so I do love to see that. Again, this miss was the time he shot 1 of 7, which I don't think is going to happen again. And on the away games, it's not a rookie that's shy on the road or whatever, doesn't play as well on the road. He's actually played a little bit better, 77% hit rate in games on the road where he's seen at least 20 minutes. So recipe for a success here, seen at least 20 minutes. Doesn't matter if he's on the road or away. It's a nice 70+% hit rate, and just needs to knock down some shots. We know he can do it. Again, 77% field goal attempts or percentage in the field goals attempted in these types of games. And the only time he missed was that game he hit 1 of 7, the last few games here in the playoffs. So I like Lively. I think he's going to get the time. I think he's going to hit his shots, and that's all he's got to do. In terms of the odds here, they are favoring the over 6.5 for sure. You see sportsbooks at 6.6 on the average sportsbook odds. That's because PrizePicks already has this at 7. FanDuel's already up at 7.5. But most books are at 6.5, favoring the over, which is just another reason why I like this line. So Derek Lively, over 6.5 points. If you want to do it on PrizePicks, it is at 7.0. But again, a guy that shoots 70% from the field is not going to shoot 20% very often. And he's getting the attempts. He just needs to knock them down for us, which by him knocking them down, it's not a three-pointer. It's him dunking the ball, essentially. And then moving into our last play of the game, this is only going to be on Sleeper. Again, and just another reason to be able to be on different DFS platforms. They're not going to give us this line because it's too likely to happen on PrizePicks. It's not a 50-50 line. It's definitely a little bit, juiced on the over, but I'll take my chances because the hit rate just looks incredible. It's going to be Aaron Wiggins to make 1 3-pointer. And By the way I've watched Giddey, I don't expect him to see as much time at all. His minutes have been down. Giddey's lines are all down, but he's just looked lost out there. He forces up shots. He can't hit a three. He just looks horrible. And Aaron Wiggins has been a guy that they can be able to, play right into the way they like to play, drive the ball, kick out to open shooters. And Wiggins has been a guy that can consistently hit down these shots. So again, I'll show you the final slip that I'm playing on Sleeper a little bit, after this play. But Aaron Wiggins over 0.5 3-pointers made. And we can go ahead and take a look at it. So I got his page pulled up right here. On Outlier, 3-pointers made again, 0.5. It's definitely juiced on the over, but I don't mind because of the way he's been playing. He's missed the last 2 games, by the way. Those were away games. He's a younger dude, and that's okay because at home, he's shot a really, really good percentage. And, 0-3, 3 attempts in both those games. If he told me he's going to shoot 3 times, I'd say he'd probably go ahead and knock one of those down, seeing as he's a, 40% 3-point shooter for the entire year. 47% 3-point shooter, my bad, for the entire year. So he's a guy that can knock him down. 52% hit rate for the entire year. Again, we're looking at his minutes. I think he's going to outplay Giddey like he has been in a few of these games. Only did see 13 minutes in that in the most recent game, but before that, 22, 20, and 22 minutes. I'm just going to go to games that he's seeing at least 15 minutes. He's projected for 19 today. As you can see, the hit rate just continues to go up as he gets a little bit more time. 73% hit rate. And then if you want to take into account home games, which I do for younger players, they typically shoot a lot better at home. And we can say he has 21 of 24 games. He's hit at least 1 3 at home, and that's an 88% hit rate. So I don't think I had to spend too much time on this. Again, it is a little bit juiced. Some people don't like to take lines that are minus 165, but in a parlay where it looks this good and I've done the research on it, I don't mind throwing this in to just boost my payout on a 4-man play. So Aaron Wiggins, I think he goes ahead, knocks down a 3 for these guys. I think he outplays Giddey, gets a few more minutes. 15 to 20 minutes is all we really need, and he's been able to knock these down at home. All right, so jumping into the play, this is, again, Sleeper. Sign up. You get a $500 welcome bonus using code RICH. You're also going to get a free month of the Discord, which I'm going to talk about right after I go over the play. But here it is. It's a 7.95x if you want to just do a 4-man power play. That's including all the plays we talked about, and that's also including, again, Derek Lively. If you want to throw this into a PrizePicks play, so Derek Lively's at 7.0 on PrizePicks. You're not going to find this Aaron Wiggins line on PrizePicks because it is juiced up. So I'll take an 8x for a line that's looking really, really good. But I did run this out a few different ways. So again, 8x if you want to go all 4. You can do all 4 of them again, and they do have flex plays. So that's something you can hedge a little bit if you're really confident in at least 3 of these hitting. 4.33x is really solid if you hit all 4, and it's still a 1.4x if you do hit 3 of those, so you're still profiting. And then just as Jaylen Brown has screwed me a few times on that first quarter points line, the hit rate's too good to pass up, but I did run this out as a 3-man as well, and that's a 4.7x and again, or 4.73x, which is very good in terms of comparing this to PrizePicks. 3-mans on PrizePicks are 5x. But again, we would not be able to get that Aaron Wiggins line, which is juiced on the over on PrizePicks, and Derek Lively's already at 7.0 on PrizePicks. So that's the advantage of having different DFS platforms. You can line shop. If things get bumped on PrizePicks, you can always go ahead and take them on a sleeper, on a chalkboard or something like that. So those are our plays for today. And this is the Discord. If you're at this point in the video, I think you'd have a lot of fun in the Discord. We're always talking sports, talking props, talking plays. We have a CS2 slip, a 10x CS2 slip. That is, well, I guess this guy's chalked, but we have a CS2 slip that I posted a little bit ago, or last night, that we need one more guy on. So I think people are talking Counter-Strike. We're always talking NBA, MLB, whatever it might be. We're always talking sports, talking props, talking plays, like I always like to say. So I think you'd have a lot of fun in here. There's plenty of ways to get in here for free. You get access to all of my slips. You get access to the community. You can share your own slips. There's some seasoned chefs in here that have just been in here for a long time. They know what they're doing. Some guys' particular sports are their thing. But again, there's plenty of ways to get in here for free. One of the things would be to sign up for Sleeper. I also forgot to mention Sleeper. It's Wildcard Wednesday today. So in the next hour or two, we're going to get 2 discounts on Sleeper. So you can definitely take advantage of those. You're also going to get a free square when you sign up for Sleeper. I forget what the exact free square is today, but it'll be like 0.5 points for Jason Tatum or something. That's for new players. And you're going to get that $500 deposit match, which you can't really beat. I don't care if you put $10 in, if you put $500 in, whatever you want to do. I would put the whole $500 in because essentially that's probably going to be $500 free dollars at the end of the day. So I would do Sleeper today, but if you want to do Chalkboard, Dabble, Underdog, PrizePicks, they all equate to a free month of this Discord. And again, if you're at this point in the video, I think you'd have a lot of fun in here. So DG Fantasy also goes into that. We didn't talk about DG Fantasy today, but it's another tool that I use. But again, a lot of different ways to get in here for free. So I think you'd have a lot of fun. Again, we'll go over the plays real quick recap if I can find, where am I, moderator only. Right here, these are the 4 plays I think we have a great chance of hitting. 0-2 yesterday. We're definitely looking to bounce back, and definitely at least one good game today. I don't think Donovan Mitchell or Jared Allen's going to play for the Cavs side of things, and we know the Cavs on the road can be a tough sight on the eyes. So, yeah, that'll do it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, or if you're in the Discord, I'll see you in there. Again, congratulations to Spencer Halid. I will comment or reply to your comment and get you that free month, but I'll see you guys tomorrow.